All right, so this is the CB frame. Got it all back, powder coated. Looks really good. I think after inspecting a little bit, there was some little weld splatter that I found later. I'm like, should have knocked all this stuff off, which was like original weld splatter. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, but the pan came out really nice. I didn't, like I think I mentioned before, I didn't weld all the way around, just spot welded it. And you'll never see this from the top because the seat's going to go over it, which is here getting ready. I've been kind of grinding away at this thing. So this is going to be going here like this with our seat on it. So I'm just making it smaller so it fits a little bit inside the rim there. So from the bottom though, if you ever look from the bottom, I might just do some like black RTV to fill in there and you'll never see it for whatever reason. Anyway, so next, I did go ahead and reassemble the swing arm. I cleaned all the hardware up. I did have to get a new nut because when I tapped on it to get it out of there to begin with, it was a little bit crappy, but I just cleaned up the existing hardware. There's felt seals in there. And then I went ahead on the nipple over here, which was kind of impressive. The nipple still works, and I pumped this thing full of grease. So this whole chamber is full of grease. There wasn't really any slop in it whatsoever, so I just kept all stock stuff. I didn't order new bushings that go in the swing arm, just left it. But it's easy enough to pull apart. And then we went ahead and put on the new shocks. They look really good. This is again with this the swing arm being extended, which was right in this area that I did it. And it came out pretty well. I think again next time around maybe some more sanding and polishing, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it, so I'm not too worried about the finish. But the other things we're going to do, I think we're going to upgrade some hardware. These bolts don't go all the way through. They stop about a couple threads in, as you can see over here, and I will upgrade some hardware probably to maybe some Allen heads and something a little bit nicer. Like you can see, these are the original nuts that go on these cap nuts, and they got their chrome is kind of weathered and crappy and rusty, so I'll make those, either get new ones or whatever, figure out something else. And the next thing that'll go on is I'm going to mess with the triple tree. So I got all new bearings for everything, but as you can see, these are a little bit dirty and old looking, so I think I'm just going to wire brush these things real quick and give them a fresh coat of black paint, and that'll go up inside here. The top isn't bad at all, but I think I will go ahead and clean them up a little bit and do a fresh coat of paint, pull these guys out of here, do it all separate, because I think whoever had it before me did it with one piece, so the rubber's in there a little bit junky, but that'll look all nice and new-ish going on here. And what's I can't wait to do is put on the forks. So I did order, I think I'm going to order a new headlight, but these are the forks, which they've been handled a little bit, but they're nice and shiny, and I think that'll all look really good. And I did order these new headlight mounts, cheap eBay ones, and I think this is upside down, but I just wanted to fit it to make sure it fit, and it did. Does a real nice job. And I've got fork oil. I can fill up the forks again, but I think that's going to look really good. The other thing we got powder coated were the rims. So the rims are done. They look pretty cool. The guy did a really good job on them. I like them. I think they'll look impressive. And what's really going to look cool is, and I believe this is the front one, is that I've polished the hubs, and I think that'll all look pretty cool. We're going to use stainless spokes from Buchanan, so I'm going to order those and just get a fresh set in there. I was going to rehab mine, but for the front, they're almost impossible to find a whole set for these because they're older and the sets are just gone. I mean, nobody carries them. They either carry one spoke, the inner, or the inner one, or they carry the outer one. So again, spokes will be on their way, but yeah, overall, man, I think it's looking really good. The motor will look real good in there, all polished up, which might be the next step to do. I think we might put the motor in there. I'm not sure yet. Because of no wheels, it won't balance very well on the stand, but I've got my little stand here right now mocked up to hold it on there. It does pretty well, but I think we might wait on the motor just because it'll sit awkward. So anyway, gonna move on the front, put some bushings in here, or I mean bearings in here, and clean up the triple trees, throw a coat of paint on now that it's stopped raining, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys later.